graphic. I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer. Good, how are you?
Thank you.
For the Crunchwrap Supreme, can I substitute the meat for black beans?
Yes, your daughter's 862.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
862? Thank you. Yes, can I have hot sauce, please?
That's your drink, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Now we go home. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm sorry in advance, but please stay. You'll have fun, I promise. It's really hot in my car, but we're just gonna suffer together, okay? Is that gonna be on the whole time? Oh, it's because my seatbelt's not on. Well, I'm not driving, so why do I need to put my seatbelt on? Cheat the system real quick. Okay, as I was saying, this is gonna be like a sit-down video. We're gonna talk today, okay? This is like a serious. Is this a serious conversation? I'm informing you guys on what's been going on with me, so I guess if you care, then it may be serious. I don't know. Anyways, I've got my Taco Bell. I've got my Crunchwrap Supreme. Hold the beef, add the beans. My eyebrow is so jacked. This eyebrow is, I don't even know what the hell is going on. Okay, anyways. Yep. I kind of want to make this video short, sweet, and to the point. Let me explain myself for real. Because in my last video, I don't know what drugs I was on, but I did not do any explaining whatsoever. I have endometriosis. And you guys are probably wondering what that is. It's a good question. So let's look, shall we? So yeah, disclaimer, if you're a guy and you don't really care for period talk, this video is not for you. If you're eating, this video is most likely not for you. So yeah, let's get into it. So basically, like, what's that word I'm looking for? I don't have time for big words. So pretty much, endometriosis is when the lining of your uterus grows outside of the uterus in areas that it shouldn't. Our period is the shedding of the lining of your uterus. That's, you know, that's why we have a period, because the lining in our uterus sheds, we bleed, call it a day, okay? For 2 to 7 days, cool. If you're bleeding for more than 7 days, it's a problem. You should see your doctor. I warned you, so if you're eating right now, don't say I didn't warn you. I told you to click off and come back later. Basically, long story short, the lining in my uterus was somehow making its way in areas that it shouldn't be, and my rectum, that's where it was growing. I think a little bit on my ovaries as well, but the majority of it was on my rectum. So backstory, you know, I got my period, normal age you get your period, and in the beginning it was normal, no cramping, no nothing. Like, I had nothing in the beginning of my period. Fast forward a few years, I want to say maybe like middle of high school. Was it even high school? I don't even think it was high school. I don't even remember, honestly. It wasn't high school. I think it was after high school my symptoms really started kicking in, because I never did not go to school because of my period. I didn't go to school because I didn't care. So it definitely wasn't in high school. It was after high school where my symptoms actually started kicking in, and it would be heavy. I wouldn't be able to eat. I wouldn't be able to drink anything, and my butt would hurt. Whenever you guys are done laughing. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. Had no idea what was going on. Just figured that it was normal because everybody in my family kind of went through the same thing where they just had really shitty periods. Then fast forward a couple years later, I kind of just was prescribed like everybody else. You're just prescribed like a heavy dose of drugs, and that's it. You just call it a day. Of course, I'm still constantly in pain, but whatever, I have the drugs for it. So yeah, so then fast forward a couple more years, I'm still having this pain, and for a really long time we thought that it was IBS or like some type of gastro problem, gluten sensitivity. And at first all of my symptoms were just like on my period, but then it got to the point where I was constantly in pain, and then there was no way the doctors could tell me that, oh, look, you just have bad periods, because like the pains that I had during my periods, I had them off of my periods. So like I was done being prescribed high doses of ibuprofen. I was done taking different types of birth control, because they tried to put me on different birth controls and that didn't work. It actually just made it worse, and it made me emotional, and I was done with that. And yeah, I was just done. So, and I went to so many doctors and none of them really listened to me. So I was like, you know what, I'm done. So I made an appointment with one doctor, and I was like, listen, I went to every single doctor you could possibly think of. I went to 2 GI doctors. I went to multiple OBGYNs. I've gotten so many CAT scans, so many scans done. I've went through the ringer. I'm done. Obviously, I did my research and I came to the conclusion like I have endometriosis, and I really did some really deep research. Told her, I was like, listen, I had enough. I'm completely done. Like, we need to figure this out. Like, I have endometriosis. These are my symptoms. This is everything that I've done. Like, this is it. And she was like, okay, the only way that we can actually diagnose you having endometriosis is if we have surgery. So my first surgery is called laparoscopy, and I had that done in October to diagnose me. So she went in, it's like a laparoscopic, small incisions, and then she goes in and all this cool stuff. Google it. It's called laparoscopic surgery. So she went in, she found the endometriosis. So she got rid of as much as she medically, professionally, is that how I say it? Got rid of as much as she felt medically, as much as she felt like she could safely, right? And then she referred me to a specialist, and so I had to go see him, and then he examined me, and it was the most uncomfortable and painful thing that I've ever, I don't want to say ever, because I've been through some really uncomfortable stuff, but I mean, like, I was hurting already that day. He had to examine me. If y'all don't know what it is, use your imagination. And it was very painful. I felt extremely sick after. It was terrible. So I went to go see him, ran some tests. After he examined me, he was like, this is way too serious. And so he referred me to another person. And who he referred me to was a rectal colon surgeon. And she deals with colon cancer, removing cancer on the colon and stuff like that, because it mimicked cancer. So I had to do tests and all this stuff. Thank God it wasn't cancer, but I still had to go to her because it was just so severe that it was her stomping ground. So had a meeting with her, sat down, again, testing, pictures, all that good stuff. And yeah, the endometriosis, the stage that I'm on is stage 4. So it's like the top whatever stage of endometriosis, okay? And my case is so rare because I'm at a stage of this disease where it mainly and commonly found in women that are 40 and over that have already had their kids. I'm 25, single as a Pringle, no children, no boyfriend, no husband, no fiance, no nothing. So after I met with her, we scheduled a date for the February 19th date. That was the day that she had to remove part of my rectum. And so that surgery took about 6 hours, because after she did that, she had to take my small intestine. To kind of make a long story short, because she had to remove a section of my rectum, I was not able to use the bathroom like regular, on a toilet. So she had to take my small intestine and put it through my abdominal wall. So I had a shit bag for about a month. Yeah, like, this is some real shit here, people. So then the third surgery was April 8th, and that was to reverse Rufus. You have to make the best out of a bad situation. So yeah, I named my stoma Rufus, and on April 8th, we got him reversed. So basically they close the opening in the small intestine, and they kind of just like put it back into, your abdominal wall. It was not fun, you know. It took a lot of doctor's visits, and it took a lot of testing, and it took a lot of not giving up, honestly, because your doctors will not listen to you, okay? The doctors think they know everything, but in fact they don't, because I presented my doctor with this possibility. Every time I went to a doctor and was like, these are my symptoms, not one of them mentioned like, oh, you could possibly have endometriosis. So it takes a lot to just be like, listen, you think you know, but you don't know. I really don't know what more to say. It's May 16th, so it's been about a month since my reversal. My stomach is doing fine. My bowels are doing great, you know. I'm using the bathroom the normal human way, no more bag. My cycle actually just ended yesterday, and I can tell you right now, I had 0 issues. I had absolutely no issues. I actually finally experienced like a regular period with very minimal cramping. It was like stomach ache that I was able to just like sleep off, take 1 ibuprofen instead of like 6, you know, and I only took 1 that one time. I wasn't popping pills all week. So yeah, God is good. Like legit, God is good. Back to work. I've been back for about a week now, so that's fun, and you guys will be seeing a video about me preparing to go back to work. That video is coming soon. And yeah, I'm just enjoying this new life of mine, you know? I just wanted this video to be like chill and not so serious, even though it was very serious. You know, I mean, I had 3 surgeries within like a 7-month time frame. It's really serious. I mean, I was really sick. It was really affecting my life, but I kind of found a way to kind of just like take the positive out of the negative. It was a really tough time, but good came out of it. I mean, I have never felt this good in 5 years. That's legit how long it took for me to actually feel good. I don't know if I'm missing anything, or I have no idea, but that's my story. If you guys have questions, feel free to leave a comment down below with any questions you have about endometriosis and my journey and stuff like that. Now that I'm back and I feel great and stuff like that, I can, you know, get back to my YouTube thing. I have so many videos, so many ideas. I could finally like get on a schedule. The whole reason why like I haven't been posting was because I was really sick and I was really depressed, and it just really sucked, and I just did not have energy to just do anything. Like, even though I was filming and stuff like that, I had no mental energy, no physical energy to sit down and like edit and all this other stuff. Like I just did not have none of it. But now I'm good. I feel great. I'm ready to get back and just do the damn thing. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Leave any questions, comments, concerns, ideas, words of encouragement, scriptures, whatever you feel like leaving down below, you leave it down below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you get alerted the next time I post. And as always, thank you for watching. I love you. Bye.